In this lecture, we are going to talk about strings and different methods that we could create strings in the C. So first of all, I create a file name string.c, and then like always we include the required libraries because we want to use the printf function. So I just include the stdio, and in here return 0. This would be the main function. So, well, a string is just an array of characters, right? So the first method would be just to create an array of characters. In here I say char and then the name of the array that I want to create and the size of the array. Let's say that I want to save the hello string inside this array and then print it on the screen. So I say hello is 5 characters long, so I say the size would be 5. Then the array, the first character would be H, the second would be E, the third would be just L, and again L, and finally we would have an O as the 5th character. And in here we say printf. I want to tell the compiler that consider this array and print it, consider what I want to pass to you as the next argument, a pointer to the beginning of the array. We know that the name of the array A is pointing to the address of the first element, or is holding the address of the element pointing to H in here. We are telling the compiler to treat this as a string. Now if you look, we are not telling the printf function this, we are not giving it the size of the array, right? We are just giving it the beginning of the array. Now the question is that how does it know where to begin and where to end, since we haven't passed the size, we haven't passed the beginning and the end, we only passed the beginning or the starting address of the array. Now let's see what happens in this case. So I press Ctrl O, hit enter, exit, and say gcc strings.say -o strings, and just execute the strings in here and hit enter. And if you look, we have hello in here and other characters that have been printed. First of all, I want to explain the reason of the question mark. If I press open another terminal and type man ASCII in here, look at the decimal column in here. We know that ASCII encoding takes 7 bits for doing the encoding. As you see in here, it is 7-bit code. On the other hand, the smallest accessible unit of storage is 8 bits or 1 byte. So only the first 7 bits are used for encoding in ASCII, which means that only 128 characters are ASCII printable characters, and any character that has a code point bigger or has a number bigger than the decimal number of 127 would not be a printable character in the ASCII. If I press the space in here, look at this column, you see that the biggest number is 127, which is for the delete character. Therefore, when we see something in here, it means that the printf function has seen a number bigger than 127 and it doesn't know it. It doesn't know the related character, so it just prints the question mark. But where does it see such a character, such a number? The thing is that the printf only sees the address of the H in here, so it starts printing all the characters, and after that it moves to other data after this O in here, whatever that is inside the stack, which might be some numbers bigger than 127, and it just print question mark or other character that you see. So if we want to tell it that where to end, we just provide another character in here. Well, we know that the end of the strings is just a null byte. So if I say 0 in here, we are telling the printf function that this is the end of the array character or a string. I also should increase the size of the array to 6. I save it, exit, and compile it again and execute it, and now we only have hello. Also, one more note for you to pay attention: even if we didn't provide the null character but the size would be 6, the compiler would add a null byte at the end automatically. So in here, if I just save it and exit and use the GCC to compile it and execute, you see we still have hello printed on the screen. So this was the first method for creating strings in C.